My name is Gary Singh Grewal. Today is our topic about education. Mr. Joe Sandhu.
Please, we all have children, grandchildren. We must keep our eyes on what matters most. We want to see how our kids can grow. If we say Indian community is number one here, we don't want to see our kids second to none. Okay. That's why we learning every day something new. Okay. Our faith is even trusting ourselves. A faith can be many things, okay? But kids should be aware of it, that you have a faith. Religion does not matter what religion you have, okay? That you trust in God, you can trust in yourself. Okay? This is the reason, kids were talking to me, you never brought this kind of topic. I say, well, I will request it. Like our kids go to school. I'm going to give you an example. When I start teaching about, in 1973, I saw one of the kid came from India for, about 15, 20 days ago. He will go in the corner and stand there when there was free time, PE time. He could not communicate. And, I was substitute teacher that time. I walked him to talk to him. And, I asked his name and where are your parents? I felt very bad that he, could not understand anything. He could not, communicate with anybody. There was it was in Stockton. There was no other student there. And but sometimes I think kids are the important thing in your life. If they grow, you will feel proud of it. Okay? That's why we want them what to do when they grow up through schools, what parents can do, what teachers can do. My first question is what we expect from the kids, what parents can do for the kids to succeed, what benefit we can get from teachers to succeed in high school. When a student goes to high school, he's going to start building his career. He's going to pick up something he will do, in his life or her life. Okay. Those are the things I will say what we, parents can do to help our kids.
Very good.
Pishora Singh ji, so we start from you.
Sure. I think, Joji, it's a very important topic you have brought up because it concerns our children, our future, and in short, for the world to become. So it is imperative as a parent to ensure that they stay on the right course in schools by being informed, and lending a little support and guidance will help. But beyond that, as a parent born and brought up in India and having raised two children in the Western world, I have no hesitation in saying that it is not easy to tell them what to do, at least not the way we were heavily guided and told to do things, because the teens here are seeking independence. But parental involvement, nonetheless, as you mentioned, remains an important ingredient for academic success. So as a parent, we all have raised children, and we have, grandchildren in the panel. I can expect that. We all may have different experiences, but my personal experience is that under normal relationship with your children and with the normal environment given in the house, they come out all right. unless your teen has a special learning or behavioral needs, as the way you mentioned in that particular student which you found standing in that corner repeatedly in your class. In that case, meetings can be scheduled with the teachers and other school staff to consider setting up or devising individualized education plans. There are provision for it. And that applies to your gifted children also. If those kind of children need a special need, then you have to give a special attention to that. But bear in mind that parents or guardians can request meetings with teachers, principals, school counselors, or other school staff at any time during the school year. But it is very important for parents to keep in touch with their schools, with their teachers and their counselors, and actually the syllabus.
Well said, Tilon Saab.
Thank you.
See, every school have code of conduct. No matter you go to high school, college, university, parents should follow those conduct that they can explain to their kids. Okay, youngsters, I will say kids, because high school, they are still teens. Okay, they got, make their habits to do better in every way, such as, paying good attention in the classroom and getting prepared every day. Along with that, parents have to give them good, nutritious food that they can stay healthy and think positive. Okay. And, some people study smarter. Okay. Smarter is, they can cut down time. They can, make better notes. They can do several things to make sure they will do whatever they are expected to do in school. Amrit Singh hoਣਾ ਨੂੰ
Go ahead, Joseph, asking Amrit Sidhu ji right now. Go ahead, Amrit ji.
Okay. From what I can make out, Joe Sandhuji said that faith is important. I have 3 children born here, raised, they've done well at colleges and universities. I wanted them to become journalists. None of them did. They followed their kind of dreams and they have done well. And I wish I had got involved a little earlier on and provided more support to go into the profession that I said that they should. And I think I didn't, and that may have been maybe the reason that they didn't follow what I said. But I personally believe that we are immigrants in this country. We need to make sure that our children understand our faith. But at the same time, it is more important for an immigrant community to get involved in, I think, journalism, get more involved in law so they can go into politics and finance, as well as and getting an MBA. Those are the professions that I think we should promote for our children. And rather than telling them what to do, we should offer support, coach them so that they become better. We need our voices in the government. And only 2 professions do that. One is the journalism, the other one is law. The lawyers become senators and they can go on to, who knows, you may find a president from India and from an Indian kind of background. So I think as parents, we should provide kind of goal or how can I say, guidance to them in a very friendly manner so that they choose these professions. It's very important for our kids to go into politics. It's very important. Otherwise, we'll be left with the decisions made by who don't understand our faiths and culture.
Oh, Jo Sandhu ji. Go ahead, Jo Sandhu ji.
Vinodji.
Yes, sir. 3-4 things. Number one, I always tell the kids, think locally, act globally. If you do not act globally, you do not know the world. So you have to put your brain, what is happening in the world. What is a human being? Human beings knows what is happening everyday life. You are affected by that. I can tell you an example. When there was a counting going on the day of election in USA, my daughter-in-law works in Toyota. So my son is more against Trump. An example. So my grandson and my granddaughter said, if Trump wins, we go to Japan, because my daughter-in-law works in Toyota company. So my point is that the kids should be told, act locally, think globally. Then you are a perfect human being.
Good.
Second point is that ask the kids, any relation, any other known person, have the best education. Spend money on education. Send your kids to the best schools. In this country, you have so things available. Unbelievable. And if you take a loan, does not matter, you can repay later on. So this is the second point I want to say. Third point is sports system. You see, when pandemic arises, this in USA, lot of kids come to their families back, to their parents' homes, because they could not pay the rents. Suppose sports system. The parents have a sports system for the kids and the society. So these are very important. Last point is that kids should be told what is right, what is wrong. In a school, if they are in a school or in a home or in a society, they should see what is happening. Because if you tell these two things, I believe, what is a faith? Faith means the true values. Because if you tell, you see, if you go to a store in USA, you find things very clean. The price is stabilized, so everybody is happy that I am not being cheated. I know what is the value. So this is a faith. Basically, the kids should be told in a school or in a society or in a workplace what is right, what is wrong. Then you grow further. Because you are in a company and your CEOs are sitting. If you keep silent, say, oh, everything is good, you do not tell the CEO, how your talent will come to know. He will know what is your talent. So you have to tell him this is right, this is wrong. I think that is a way to move forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Vinodji. Vinodji, public schools, private schools are better than public schools, no matter wherever you situated. There's more attention paid by the teachers and by the parents as well.
This thesis, I do not agree, because my kids, they were in school district, Birmingham School District in Michigan is one of the top school district. So my brother-in-law's sons, so this myth that schools, private schools or government schools are, this is better, this is not better, depends on so many factors.
Yeah.
So this concept that the concept that government schools are better, or there's so many factors. One is your intellect of the kid. So we should not go that way, that we should put the kids. I prefer to put the kids in the government school because the government schools provide better facilities. The thought process, what is your thought? In the today's world, state is very important. So how many people in USA can send kids to private schools?
Okay.
So we have not to compete with it.
Well, most of the people can't send to private schools. They go to public school. I, being a teacher at public school, I shouldn't say that. It is true. It is a true.
Josandhu,
Because,
I support you. Josandhu, I support you. Whatever you're saying, 100%.
No,
Okay.
no, because in public schools, teachers don't pay much attention.
That's fine.
They don't
it's
care
not
who pass, who fails. But in private
It's not
schools, they are taught to teach kids to succeed. Okay, I'm going to give you my example. My son have a law degree in business. My my daughter has MBA and law degree. Okay, she works for Southern California Edison Company, and she is one of the top administrator in Southern California Edison Company. When she speaks over there in the company, everybody listens to her. She had, at age of 38, she got 5 promotions. They made her to do the law degree. They
She
paid
went to private. She went to private school.
private school.
Okay. God bless you.
But if perhaps it was possible that if she would have
Okay,
to
that
government
happened.
school,
Listen, Banoji,
I'm su-
Banoji, maybe let me also talk that. I know my kids also that I don't send that private schools, and because I came from India, it doesn't make a private school difference because there's a lot of money, 40,000.
No, but
Yeah.
you can
That's very
say that high schools are very good.
Yeah. Bajinder ji.
Thank you. Anyway, Joe Sandhuji, this is the best topic out of all the topics we so far had. This is a very value-added topic. Even I'm learning from everybody when they're speaking. So, and I think I agree with you 100% that faith in the early age leads children a discipline, lead them to learn discipline and life's approach. And they learn right and wrong through the faith system. So it's different opinions. Some people don't want to show them a certain way of faith, but faith is actually mind's infrastructure. Once you start with some faith, they get a roadmap to move their lives in that direction. So as they grow, they will always use that infrastructure which is established by the faith. Faith is very important. So I don't want to spend any more time, but I also, what you said is study smarter. That is very important because kids have to learn the best use of their times. That is some kids waste so much time, sometimes can use the time smartly. And another thing is that I think I'm delighted to hear everybody what they're saying, and this topic is value added for us. Thank you.
Josandhu ji. Josandhu.
देखो जी, we understood everybody's ideas, but I'm saying our kids are very smart, smarter
Yeah.
than us,
Yeah, very good.
much smarter than us, because what facility they have now, we haven't had those things back home. Okay, we even did not have a light at home. I am the one who provided light in whole town when I went back to India.
Beautiful.
Believe
Yeah,
me, honestly.
I know.
I said kids can, study better.
Yeah.
Okay. And nowadays, kids, you gotta keep them with a close look. What they are doing, how they are growing, like going to school, keep their, all information, attending their all back to nights, school nights, back to school nights, and making sure, and they are competing with the world.
Yeah, right.
They are not just competing with themselves. This world is growing so fast. We need to have our kids keep on doing the best to their ability. They have a lot of ability if we keep on pushing them.
Can I talk? Can I talk?
Go ahead,
Okay.
Ray.
First of all, we came from India, some people 75, 80, 90 like this. Some people came in UK. I learned from Rikji a lot of the things from what is happening in UK. We always talk. But I was new in North America that I have a lot of challenge there. So what I feel after marriage, when kids are there, parents are with me, all that, because everybody had to tell their little story too. How to have a success story, then you have to share also other people. First, I feel it myself, my ideas all the time, never pressure to the kids. We are talking about a lot of young people married now, they have kids. Some people are going to still 10 years old kids, 8 years. I think they should get a benefit of this, but nobody tell us before. But we are very lucky that we are on the right track. Never pressure on the kids. You should be engineer, you should be a doctor. This is the only two things we know it in our society. Okay. So I never did it in my life. I have 4 kids, 3 daughters, 1 son. I never pressure them. I even never know what they will become. But I provide them best computers. That time, maybe that time very costly, 64 something, something that, what do you call that? So you continue to be friendly with the kids and share your time. But I never have that, but I still do that. This is a number 1. My policy, never pressure. Number 2, environment. You know that we have families. Surrounding me also, we have a 60%, 70% agriculture, all that. They are not professional, educated. We never have, I never have that some doctor around me. I never had my family, even engineers. That other way teachers are there. All my families are teachers. But I feel myself a challenge in the United States, like a new person, that with the children, you must create a good environments. Environments there, those people are professional, those are successful, keep a good friendship with them. There's a better idea to do it. This is my whole life. I did it. My children went to university. I was isolated little bit. I love my relatives, everybody, but I keep a little distance there sometimes because they have different view. They want a big house. They want in India also they have to want to do in villages. I'm not one of them. So I try to keep environments my kids totally successful people. Doesn't matter is a Hindu, doesn't matter Sikh, doesn't matter Muslim. So this is the second thing I feel it. This is a success story for me. Number 3, your first kid in the family. If you concentrated first kid, you have 3 kids, 2 kids, 5 kids. First kid, if you have made it successful, then your whole family will continue be successful. This is my extraordinary story in my life. I feel myself lucky. I feel myself God bless, something good. So this is my 3rd model there. First child, you always put in a year there. You are the biggest. You are my, family all the time. Love it. If you are something wrong, then first one did MBA and she also did CPA. Then second also did MBA. 3rd one also did MBA. The kids are following each other. Even my brothers, his 2 daughters also want to, even my kids also married to all doctors. They never listen to anybody. Same thing, my sister there. So that I have proudly say that I have 6 doctors I made. There's only that 3 IT people, 4 MBAs. And I always say that education, education, education. That we have to do. My time is up now. Go ahead.
Thank you, Gary G. Well said. Okay, Gary G. No matter where kids go to school at.
Yeah, you're right.
But they, as long as they succeed in life,
yeah,
they have a profession to do.
Yeah.
They found a way to spend their life in that profession or get upgraded somehow. And they're going to choose their own profession. We cannot make them. I wanted to have my daughter to become a doctor.
Yeah.
She said, Dad, I don't like biology. I don't want to be a doctor.
Yeah, you're right.
Let me study what I'm in good at.
You're right. You're right.
I say, okay, it is, your own decision. Okay. And she did well and she's doing well. Same way, my other kids. I'm going to give you example of another one. My older son is an attorney. He worked with a business firm 2 years. He said in Pasadena, he said, Dad, I don't like this profession. I say, why not? He said, I have to run after people to get money. They say they will make payment. When the case is done, they don't want to make payment. And I hate to go to anybody's house. I said, well, that's the only thing you can do if you want to collect your money. You go to them, see if you can get it somehow. And he said, I tried. Some people say, when I get it, I'll give it to you. Eh? I say, what do you want to do now?
Have an agreement.
He said, let me get into a business. I will do in business better than, his attorneyship. Now he's been doing business from 15 years.
Yeah, that's good.
He is, he's doing very well.
Let me go to Peshawar Singh. Joe Sandhu.
Made a wonderful remark in your last statement when you said that our kids are smarter than us.
Yeah, you're right.
And that is something really we should never forget when we are here now. I will give you one example. Here in Fresno, there is a movement, young students made it way back, more than 10, 12 years ago. It's called Jacara movement. And it is only youngsters. They don't invite older people. They don't invite parents or anybody. Every time they have a meeting, and they are doing incredible work. They once invited me. So the point is I'm making is when I was entering the hall where they were organizing that meeting, the young man who was speaking there at that time, he said, wherever our parents meet, whether they are in a bar or in a gurdwara or anywhere, they always, end up talking about, our new generation is gone, is spoiled, it is away from our culture. I think we lost them. We worry about them, what will become of them? And I tell them, we are all right. Don't worry about us. You worry about yourselves. So that is in essence, you really don't have to. We cannot really boast that my daughter is a doctor and my son is a college lecturer. I did not make them. I did not tell them to do what to do. I only, when we came here, my daughter loved biology. She wanted to become a doctor. But some of our doctor friends here, they advise that, the Fresno University, State University, that you were talking about, the state government things and the private things are so better. It is not really the case. It is up to the student, what their concept is, what they want to be. And my doctor friends, they advise that, it is a very laid back university. None of the good professors ever visit here. So if she wants to become a doctor, you should, send her to a private university to major in biology. And I asked her, and she said, Dad, if biology is available here at the State University Fresno, why would I go, elsewhere to graduate in biology? So she stayed here, she graduated here, and then she went to Washington, DC, and she did her MD from there. But then my son, he hated biology. And I didn't, although you would want him to also follow, but he didn't, he wouldn't listen. And we never asked him to do what he doesn't want. So he graduated from school. He went to China. He he was teaching English to Chinese for 2 years. He came back here. He did his master's in fine arts. Now he's a college adjunct professor, and he's a writer. We never wanted him to become a journalist, or we never guided him because he never knew what his talents, his hobbies, and his inclinations were. And he's, happy. They're both so happy, and they chose their profession themselves. We did not tell them. We did not
Very
force
good.
them. And I don't regret that I didn't, make more effort. What we did was, as Gary said, you provide the, one thing is that the children don't really do what you tell them to do. They do what you do. They do what you think. Even the faith, you cannot teach them faith. They will learn faith from watching you.
Thank you.
That is all what I want to say.
Jo Sandhu ji.
So, Sandhu ji, I will like to say a few words.
Ji Vishara Singh ji, very well, very good. Dekho ji, I know they're going to do, Vinod ji, first it's your turn. You were waiting and we want to hear you. You were professor, you were teacher, and we like to hear from you.
Yeah.
Joji, I did not find any statistical data. The individuals does not matter. Like Avtarji said, private university, you said, there is no statistical data anywhere in the world where you can tell the people from the private schools or colleges were better than the public. Even if you see the China society, I think there are very less private universities. But if you study China, you see Russia, if you see the Russia, who was the first person to land on moon? Russians. And in Russia at that time, there were no private schools and colleges, all public. You see, who was the first person to land it? So the concept that private things, you see, you have finance, exceptions are there. Gary is exception, you are exception, everybody is not exception. Perhaps I would not have become teacher in a college if I would not have gone to Punjab University Patiala to study masters. Because when I did masters, second part, I got $1,800 scholarship as a Baba research. They were giving some funding too, and I gave that money to my father, $1,800 in 1968. So that thesis we should not develop. So the reason is that if you develop a wrong thesis, because in the world, if you see the world, 90% people cannot go to private schools and colleges and universities. This is the one point.
No, he just said that my kids also went to public. Okay. Vinodji, let's proceed.
Joji, second point. I can tell you, I was in DAV College, Chandigarh, which was called one of the best colleges, All people coming from St. John in Chandigarh, it is a private school.
Yeah.
They were doing pre-engineering, pre-medical. They only knew the best English. They only, because they're coming St. John's in Chandigarh is a popular institute. But if you see the data, they were not going to all in Punjab Engineering College, Chandigarh.
Yeah.
So language they teach in a different way. So in our public schools, because third point, as you have said, your son changed your field. Whom he consulted? You. So if you see the entire world, any society in the world, the sports system is very important. It is not a free. Everybody cannot act free. He will ask you, should I change my profession from the law to business? You said yes. To whom will go? There is any institution in the world, or it is the parents whom the kid will go.